How about how about everyone drop in the chat something like a win from this past week, something to do with your business, because I really want you guys to get like focused in like something that's good happening, something. So drop it in, could be something big, could something little, drop it in. Because it's really good for everyone to see what everyone else is doing as well. Marie joining. Yes, I love that. Welcome, Marie. She's literally like less than 24 hours old into the business.
A freshie.
You're a freshie, aren't you? I'll actually share how we met soon. New client from my nail business. Well done. Pearl circled back around with a voice note to a lady who was keen, then no reply. And then she said, yes, she's still super keen. I love that. Well done. Good work for circling back. Planned a pamper night. Well done. Good work. I had a lot of interest in that. Bron has just joined us. I have done a lot of ask this week, guys. I'm going to give you the stats on it as well. Tracy, 3 new PC signs this week. Woohoo, that's so good. Well done. Any more wins coming in? Anything else coming in before we get started? Emma messaged a girl I was hesitant about approaching, and she was so totally positive. I love that. And that's the thing. I think like stuff like this, I think like, I'm going to talk a bit on that as well, but it's like people actually would love to hear more than they wouldn't, and like people are actually very nice about it. I think we have this thing in our head that we just like had this scary feeling, but it's actually not. Um, okay, so tonight is a huge focus post Vegas, and if I'm honest, there's going to be a lot of like takeaways from Vegas shared with you over the following weeks. I'm going to hand it over to Amy, who's going to share her takeaways. And just a bit of background about Amy, if you still have not met Amy, she probably started this business like 7 weeks ago, and within the first or second week, she committed to coming to Vegas. So pure commitment on her end. And like such a change, and just watching you come over there and just grow so much, and like your vision and all the things, like immersing yourself in the community. So I'm going to pass it to you, Amy, and then you can share your takeaways.
Oh, I'm just quickly taking down a note that you reminded me of.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Right.
uh, hold on. Cool. So I've got a whole list of things here. I've got so much to share. Vegas was amazing. So my notes may be a little bit scattered because my mind's all like excited and ready to go. So just first of all, if you haven't met me, hi, I'm Amy. I'm based up in Auckland. I don't know how many weeks I've been in it now, but this is my second month. So yeah, committed to going to Vegas the first week I signed up and have not regretted it. Um, and honestly, if it would be the best thing for anyone to do, whether you're new or you've been in the business, the absolute vibe and just the whole information intake that you get, and just like the whole hotel is taken over by worldwide airborne girlies and partners and couples and everything. So everyone that you're around, everyone that you talk to is just the energy level's high. It's amazing. You get tips and tricks wherever you turn. You meet some incredible airborne legends that have been in the company for long, long, long times, and new people that have just come flying up the ranks super quick. Um, so I think a couple of the biggest takeaways I got from that is study who you admire in the business and learn what they do and adjust what they do to suit you and your personality. Um, a couple of people to mention that I'm now following on, I didn't even know existed before I went to Vegas, but they're massive, is Carly Pynchon and Lacey Dilworth, and they have just taken over the whole industry, and watching them and how they've grown is incredible. So follow them on Instagram, because what they've done is that they've created like a movement. They've created so much energy and excitement and momentum around their business that they hardly have to do us. I think everyone just flocks to them. So see what they do. And that's the other thing as well, is like their Instagram's actually their Instagrams are actually incredible. So one of my personal goals is to really work on my socials, and I'm not very good at editing, so that's what I'm going to be doing to try and improve that, to improve my following, to um, gain that sort of reach as well. And I think as a collective, as everyone in this group, we're all, even though we've got our own businesses, we're all striving for the same goal. And momentum takes people and it takes energy. So I really think maybe we could set up maybe at the end of the month, or if that doesn't work, another time where maybe we just all get together and just talk to each other and get tips on how to edit stuff, and like, like some of us isn't that confident in going in front of the camera and speaking directly to the camera to your audience, but there's other ways you can go about that as well, like posting images and voiceovers, or just images of writing on it, to really be able to yeah, reach the people you need to reach, your ideal clients, but without feeling like it's not yourself. But people, the fact that you're vulnerable, people will love. But I just really think having that energy and speaking to people with energy about it and being excited, and we collectively, definitely as a group, need to do that together, because that just keeps that airborne energy and sort of shifting the culture. Because I think time and time again we do come up against like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, oh, it's a scam. Like, they don't understand the business model. They've not necessarily heard of it either, so it's not essentially a trusted brand. So I just think as a cultural shift, like further out than us, that's what we need to create. So yeah, jump on. I'll put it in our group chat, those, or maybe MCAM, share their Instagrams, because they're absolutely amazing. And they've just, like, where they are in the business now is phenomenal. And that's the other thing as well, is like working on those sort of like social media skills doesn't cost you anything to do that. So if you don't want to spend time and money on other techniques and ways, or like, that's one thing you can just work away at. What else have I got here? Yeah, and I think working together to work on that would be a good thing to do. Oh, and then some tips and tricks, like if you get a no from someone from a business ask, or it's not the right time for them, then asking them, hey, that's no problem. Would you mind hosting a party at your place and inviting your friends? So it's then like you're not losing, you're sort of gaining from that. And I think that's a really thing to do, especially when someone's kind of said, oh, no, it's not for me, because they almost feel a little bit bad as well. And then that just opens you up to a whole new circle. So that was quite a good one. This other lady, she was hilarious. She was so funny. She would go to like different events and stuff, and she'd have a little product table set up, and she'd also have this little competition thing at the end of the table. So, and it would have win a pamper night for up to 10 people in your home, and people would fill out a card and enter it, and then she'd call everyone up the next day and be like, oh my God, you've won. So she's literally, they've won, and then she gets to go around to their house so she can do like a paper session with the Airborne products, and she already has an audience of people. So that was super, super clever, and everyone thinks they've won a prize. Yeah, and then the other things from that, just daily stuff, like knowing your demos that you need to do daily, simplifying it so you're not constantly thinking in your back of your head, have I done this? Have I done that? Like, simplify what you need to do each day and make it really easy for yourself. Like, there's so much other personal development stuff you can be working on. So maybe leave the business side, like, okay, with your DMOs, one ask, one product reach out, one meeting reach out, that sort of thing, a social media post, like block out the time to do that. And then just, like, I like to wake up early in the morning, have that all sorted because I'm early morning. But yeah, so when you've got the time of day just to spend on that, and then you're not stressing, you're not feeling guilty about, have I done enough today? Have I done enough today? Because the key thing is keeping consistent. Keep telling your story as well. It may feel like you've told it 1,000 times, but people need to kind of keep hearing it. Like, obviously not the same old way, but you can use different images and just honestly repeat it, because you will reach someone. Like, someone's just going to hearing it over and over again. Hey, they keep talking about this. Maybe I need to listen. So yeah, just keeping consistent, simplify what you need to do each day. Yeah. Oh, and another really good thing was having maybe, I think, especially for me, I was so excited about all the products because I was trying all the new products and everything that Arbonne had, and then I was kind of all over the place with it. So I've kind of realized now I need to stick to like the two products that I really, really love, which is my morning matcha and my green gut glow, and just really just deliver on those two and be consistent about those two. Because then when people ask you about it, you can just build on those. Once you have that conversation as well, like I feel like maybe not the matches for everyone, but I know I love that. And I think everyone actually needs to try it because the benefits are amazing. But pretty much everyone can benefit from the green gut glow. So yeah, and that first of all they can try that and then you can introduce other products and build from that one anchor product. So that was really cool. Another one. And yeah, and then also keep coming to meetings like these and being involved and like maybe you've had a shit week, but just come on board because it's each other that pulls us up and keeps us on track. I've literally just got back from I went to Hawaii after Vegas and got back on Sunday. And I felt like just being away from the business for that little bit, like I was out on the boat for most of the days and I was just so out of my routine that I got back and I felt really guilty because I haven't really done anything. And I kind of felt a little bit lost. And just talking to like Em today and catching up and figuring out where I am, it's just so important to have someone to hold you accountable and find your accountable buddy and just check in on each other. Because this is what it is. It is a community, and that's what makes Outborn so great. So yeah, I hope everyone got all that. Tried to speak quite fast. I had a lot written down.
No, that was good. I loved it. And you had lots of good takeaways in there, I was going to say, so I won't repeat them. But
We should have checked notes.
no, it's all good. But the thing is, I think we will keep, there's so much, like we're trying to get 3 days into like half an hour, not going to work, right? So
Mm,
we will like, and there was some really good systems that came on for onboarding that I want to share next week with you. Kayla was really keen to share something, but she is literally on a plane. What like a little jet setter, right? Kayla, you guys are all jet setters. So she's on a plane right now, so she's going to share her takeaways next week. But I definitely wanted to share some, but I wanted to like start with um, so Marie is new. She literally signed on yesterday, and I was actually just wanted to share how we met because I didn't know her 2 months ago, and this is like the power of this is why I say like network marketing is so powerful because we don't need to know a lot of people, and sometimes the people coming into your business like you don't even know right now, or like they might, yeah. So in middle of April, I had to reschedule a swimming session, and I happened to rebook it to a Friday afternoon. And Marie was there. Didn't know who Marie was back then, but she was there. And my son was having troubles getting in the pool. And she made a comment saying, "Oh, like my son does that too sometimes." So like we just kind of got chatting, and then we got chatting about like what she does. And I took like a bit of interest in like she gets into family history and things like that. And I was talking about my family history about my great uncle used to find ships in Vanuatu, like it's a true story. So I was like, oh, I'll find you on Instagram and we can connect and like I can tell you more over coffee because like we're in this loud swimming thing. And then that coffee date never happened because her kids were sick, my kids were sick, we're just like we were busy. And so we kind of just left it, like I kind of just like left it nothing. Um, and then on Friday she messaged me. I actually voice noted her in Vegas wanting to catch up. And then I don't even know where that voice note went because I went to go check. I don't even know where it's gone. It's like disappeared.
Mhm.
But then she messaged back on Friday just been. I was just driving back home and she's like, "What are you doing this afternoon? Are you free?" Um, and I said, "Yeah, I'm free because my husband's playing golf and I've got the kids." And so we end up going over, just catching up and like that was kind of the start of it, like just sharing like what I'm doing and like why I was in Vegas and just what she's doing, all the things. And then she came over on Sunday to an event and then like tried more of the products and signed up there. So it's kind of interesting to how that worked because it's like I think the moral of the story is that like if just being open to conversation no matter where you are because you actually never know where it's going to lead, and it's like going in with a genuine interest to want to get to know that person because not everyone's going to want to do this business, right? But you just never know. You just never know. So I just wanted to share that because that's like something anyone can do, and it's not like I like spewed Arbonne all over you the first time I talked to you, right? Um, so I really wanted to share something like one of the biggest takeaways I took from the conference was just like how big Arbonne is. Like obviously so I've been in this business for 4 years and I've been all in for 4 years. I wanted to go to Vegas to grow my belief, my vision, see huge teams, see like because Canada and America are like the biggest markets or the biggest countries within Arbonne. And I just felt like I needed to go there to kind of like grow myself even more and bring it back to this team. And I'm telling you right now, this team will be a nation in the next 6 to 12 months. Like we actually will be because I have shifted so much. And I've seen these girls come with me, Kayla and Amy, who came with me. Like, especially Kayla, she hopped off the plane. She's like, "What's Uber?" Like she had no idea how to catch a car. And I was like, holy shit, this is going to be painful. No, I'm just joking. But like, and then the end of it, she's like, sweet, Uber's ready. And I was like, well, who's this country girl? And then she was getting all these messages from people back home saying, how did a small town country girl end up in Vegas? Like, it's just insane to see the growth of like the girls who went there. Oh gosh, it's so exciting. Um, and so what my biggest takeaways were is this like we set the standard. Like we can't wait for anyone to be coming in. Like we just need to go and we need to lead with the excitement. And you have to have that full belief that you know, like full belief that you know you are in the right industry with the right company and that you are the right leader to help these people come in. Okay, believe in yourself that you are where you're meant to be, and you did not jump on this call and you did not jump into this team by accident. You are here for a reason, and you are here to help so many people beyond what you even think is possible. And I'm going to share this again. I've shared this on my story, but not everyone watches stories. So there was a woman who started in 1991 to cover groceries. She literally needed groceries to feed her kids. And then she fell in love. So she started the business, right? And then she fell in love with the product. She fell in love with the people, the community. She had this newfound drive in her. That led to being one of the biggest, still one of the biggest businesses globally within Arbonne. She passed away in 2019 or 2020, somewhere around there, like 5 years ago, let's say. But because this business is willable, that business passed down to her son, Chris Buchanan, who he was the one who spoke on stage and shared this. And he got everyone in the arena to stand up. So he started with the national vice presidents. There were about national vice presidents, if you knew, that's the top of the company. There were about 50 people who stood up. And then just think about one person who's a national vice president has probably impacted millions by the time you get to like, it's just a huge organization, right? Between customers and consultants. So he had 50 of these people, and then he got everyone at the next level down to stand up, the next level down to stand up, and so on. And honestly, like I swear over half of the arena was in his downline. And it gives me goosebumps because that none of them would have been there if that one woman in 1991 didn't say yes to starting the business because she wanted to put groceries on the table, right? And like we just get so in our head that we're like, so scared to go after a little bit of money because Auntie Susan up the road's going to judge us, who has never even done this business. And they say it doesn't work because they might have like had a friend who came in for 1 minute. You know, like we get so in our head, but like yet you're on these calls every single Monday and you know it's legit. We are like a 45-year-old company. Like we're a family-owned company, which is Group Rocher. I need to speak on that more, but Group Rocher is like this. They've invested billions into our company. I don't even know the figure that they've put into this company, but because they know like we are the number one as a B Corp certified company, like number one in nutrition, number two in skincare. Like we just have so much going for us. So I want to actually, I have some call to actions, but I'm going to share some things with you. Hold on, I do have some notes, but they are like so scattered. Okay. I want to set a new standard in this team that everyone commits to because it's how we're going to go from a team like as we are now, like a small town New Zealand, to like Carly Pinchin or Lacey Dilworth, if Amy says that. Because Lacey Dilworth is like legit been in this business for a year and exploded. Okay. So it just shows what can happen. And it comes down to you as the individual. Obviously, we work as a team, but it comes down to you wanting to make this work. And how you make this work is you need to be at area manager or above to see a decent paycheck come in. So there's nothing wrong with being a district manager, but district manager is literally like your nail money. It's like a bit of groceries, like it's a bit of fun, like it's fun, right? But it's not going to be life-changing. Area manager is where you earn enough, earnings.arbonne.com. It's when you earn enough to make like a little bit of like a wiggle room. Like if you're working full time, this could be an option to drop down to 3 or 4 days a week. It could enough to, and then you kind of like keep going from there. You build it from there, right? This is the level that it, like when I started, I hit this in 5 months and I was like me and Pearl were like back-to-back Zooms all the time because this is what I needed to replace my personal training income to be able to remain at stay-at-home mum. And it's like it's a having that like head down, bum up focus that we can do it. And there's nothing like there's no reason why you guys can't do that. So whatever your numbers are sitting on right now, so we're Monday the 23rd. I want you guys to all let's go open up your apps right now. Do it, homework. Write it down. I'm gonna do it right now too. Open up your dashboard. Whatever it says, you're gonna so mine is 16,841. Okay, right? My goal is 32,000 by next Monday night because that's region qual. Okay. Whatever your numbers are, I want you to go for the next level up that you're not at. Okay. And like send it to your upline that that's your goals. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to, this is your next call to action. You're going to write a list, not tomorrow, before you go to bed, you're going to write down 20 people that you want to voice note. You can maybe voice note them tomorrow. I'll give you that. It's probably like 9:30 by the time we go to sleep after training. But have this done because it's going to give you something where tomorrow when you're on a lunch break, you'll be like, boom, I know who to text. It's like having that forward planning that you know what you're doing each day. You're not just going to jump in a block out time and be like, I'm going to work my business. And then you get to that time, you're like, what am I doing? You know, what am I doing? You want to be like intentional. And I'm telling you right now, so I did this just prior, this is what I did prior to Vegas. I listened to a podcast by Debbie Neal. Two things she said about it was she's like, write a list of people that you want to message. The second one was make sure you're booked up for like your calendar's booked out. Okay. So I want to give you my numbers of people that I've asked just so you can kind of understand like honestly, if you're not getting much traction, you probably just have to do more. So I, in the last week, have asked 74 people to like voice notes to look at the business or products. 62 of them were business asks. Um, Out of 62, we had 24 reply, like message me back. So it's like 1 out of 3 will reply. Okay. I haven't followed up with all those other 2/3 that haven't replied yet. I've just been focusing on the ones who have replied. And out of those ones who have replied, a few of them is just like, yeah, thank you, but no, thank you. And I'm like left it there. And then the other 20, there's like 19 I'm in conversations with, but 5 of those people I have actually talked to. One's Marie, and Marie has joined. So it's one has joined so far. Okay. The other ones, out of those 5 that I've talked to, 3 out of the 5, who was joining? 3 out of the 5 have rebooked for a second meeting. And actually, Marie actually booked for a second one too, really, if you think about it. So if we look at those numbers, like 62 asked, 24 replied, which is like 1 out of 3 replied, and then one has joined. So let's just say 1 out of 6 asks. Okay, so those are like a rough number. So that is what like it's really getting intentional, like really understanding the opportunity you have, where you're going, and then how you can help these people. So my call to action, write this down, is over the next 24 hours, I want you to message voice note 30 people asking them to look at the business. And I'll share you roughly what I've been sending people. But have some chicken listers on there. Chicken listers are people that are like are scary. They're probably people who have their own businesses. They're probably people who are very driven, and they are people who will come in, and if they actually listen to this, the opportunity, they'll get it and they'll run with it. They'll be the people they'll be your next national vice presidents. Okay, the second thing I want you guys to do is I want you to make goals. So, what is your goal for June? We have a whole week left, guys. That is a lot of time. Don't count yourself out for June. We have, yeah, 30 people, Teresa. We have a 6 month goal and a 12-month goal. Okay. And then the last thing, which Amy touched on, is what are your weekly tasks? So what I've done in my calendar, if you want to have like a little example, is like every Sunday night I do like this. It's in my calendar, it's like a weekly audit or like a weekly planning session. So I just plan in like what my week looks like. I literally start by like putting like my workouts in. You might start by putting your work in, kids, sports, whatever. Put all the stuff in and then fit Arbonne in and around it. And then to make it even dive in even deeper, like every night, you're going to go look at the day ahead. And then when you see your Arbonne thing pop up in the notes section on your calendar, you're going to be like, what are you actually doing in that time? Because that way, when you come up to it, you like fully know what you're doing. You're not just like wasting that time because we can really build a lot of business in a short amount of time. Okay, so just to recap, the next 24 hours, so by tomorrow night, everyone's would have sent 30 messages to ask people to look at the business, which include like coming to an event you've got, coming onto the Discover Arbonne on Thursday night. Then number two is what is your June goal? What is your 6 month goal? What is your 12-month goal? And then lastly, like your weekly tasks. Okay. And then actually, I'm just going to leave it there for tonight because I could keep talking. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, guys, is it comes down to us and it's our belief, it's our energy, and it's our conviction, the way we speak to people, and truly believing in yourself. Like I believe in every single person on here. Yes, the fundraiser's this Sunday. I'll actually share that. So we're doing a fundraiser this Sunday. It is for bowel cancer. It is nothing to do with Arbonne, but it's a really good way to give back to the community and like put yourself as an authority. So like come along, bring a friend and just like put yourself out there in the community to network, make new people, like meet new people. You can ask a friend to come and that friend could bring a friend. It's like a really good way to mix and mingle as well. So I'll send that information into our team chat. But yes, I feel like that's all tonight because we have to jump on to the next call. So thank you so much. Everyone on here is a national vice president. You know it. If you don't feel worthy of that, you need to write it out and affirm it. But put your hands up in there if you're a national vice president because you are. I promise you, you are. You just have to believe it, okay? And come to Gold Coast because then you're going to believe it even more. Promise you. All
You're
right.
amazing, Em. You are amazing. See you all on trading.
Bye, everyone.